Hello, it is I, Patchworth, your Game Clown once again, and I am going to be picking up with our Awesome Knots tutorial right away. Now, for this, I am actually going to do practice. Now, one thing to bear in mind is when you're in practice, you can actually rank up um, your skills. Now, I don't necessarily want to do that because I do want this to be a random run of all the different characters so you can get an idea of how they play and, just to be fun. So instead of finishing off the practice mode and therefore sort of cheating by getting extra points, I won't actually finish the game. So with the AI being that low, it's fine. I don't really need to battle through because I'm just going to teach you some stuff. So let's get right to it. And I think with this, we're going to start right here at Ribbit 4, which is one of the three original play arenas. And for this, I'm actually going to use an old friend of mine and a real brainiac who can hopefully help me show you around. I'm going to use Voltar the Omniscient. So you and me, buddy, let's go and check things out. Now, the cool thing, one of the best things about the practice mode is you can use it to sort out your loadout. This is what, if you were unused to these types of games, MOBA games, or Dota-like games, this is called a loadout. Now, before each match, after you pick your character, you can select what your loadout is, and each one of these is corresponding to a specific button on your mouse. You use your AWSD to move like a lot of games, and you fire using your left mouse trigger. Your firing has all these different options. Voltar here is, well, I'll get into Voltar's actual specs a little bit later on. I'm going to go into detail with everybody's loadouts and how they play as a character. But when you press the left click button, it actually gives him different types of abilities, his being healing. You have your right mouse trigger, which is usually the top guy here, and it allows you to have some kind of special ability. And there's a second ability here, which is sometimes support or other types of attack, and that actually relates to the scroll wheel on the inside of your mouse. Now, everybody has a specific type of jump mechanic, and the bottom line here is different types of essentially health bonuses, speed, or monetary bonuses. There's a lot of different benefits to it. So you can actually have a lot of variety on how you want to play your characters depending on what type of player you are, what kind of character you're using, and you can sort of switch things around. I'm actually going to use this guy right now just to get that new off because that always annoys me. So once you've selected all that, you can either start or you can randomize your loadout. You can go back if you decide you don't want to play that particular game, and you just start. There is a bit of a loading screen. With this being practice, it shouldn't take too terribly long. And right here, this is like a little mini game from your drop pod. You sort of adjust your pattern to collect as many solar as you can. Solar being those little square things that you collect. There's either silver solar, which is I believe 10, and then there's gold solar, which I believe is 30. I'm not 100% sure about that. Again, I'm no expert, guys. I wouldn't even claim to be. So once you drop down, you wind up in this area, which can never be breached by any character. A lot of them give you sort of a little warning over here, the danger zone, of what the problem is. And that one is actually going to be right here. That is the solar boss. And I'll go into detail about him in just a bit. This area over here actually has the store, which you access with E. You can also access E if you have enough time when you're waiting for the drop pod to load up. And you can actually select your different abilities. You start off with nothing. And then you have options to select different types of abilities as you go, which we'll go into a little bit later on. You want to collect solar. Let's see, that was actually 1, so I guess it's 1 and 5. You might be noticing that there's like a little pop-up with a 30. Whenever you or one of your teammates kills another enemy Awesomenaught, you end up collecting... Yeah, that's 5. You end up collecting 30 solar for each one of your... well, the person who makes the kill gets 60 solar, and anyone else on the team receives 30. So with a lot of these types of games, you might end up having people complaining about kill stealing. With this one, it really is cooperative. You want everybody to make kills, and there's nobody who really benefits more or less by getting as many kills as possible. Now, that being said, how do you win the game? Well, if you've never played this type of game before, the main objective of this is to destroy the enemy's base. The base is right over here, and these little doors keep it closed off from invaders until the protective turrets, which are these guys, are destroyed. The turrets are manned by these little bots here, and they will essentially shoot at anything that approaches them, just like you'll see here. They will, so they have some kind of defense themselves. The main objective is for you and your team to destroy these turrets so you can get to the base, destroy the base, win the game. Very simple objective. Harder than you might think to actually achieve. Again, I do stress teamwork, especially if you have a character like Voltar. So that's essentially the whole aspect of it. You will find that a lot of people tend to chase kills, which you can actually see over here in the kill to death ratio. There are certain characters that do work better as just, kill as many people as you can, characters, and that will allow you to earn lots of money for your team and for yourself to make yourself a more dangerous person to deal with. However, I don't really encourage people to just chase down kills, because you could kill 100 Awesomenauts in one game, but if the other team still destroys your base, game's over. So I find people who do nothing but retreat from the turrets to chase down a weakened opponent infuriating. So I think with this one, I'm going to just sort of futz around with a few things. Not really any desire to win, like I said. We're not even going to finish this game. So what else? Oh, yes. For Ribbit 4, let's just sort of take a look at the layout. As you can see, over here on the mini-map, there are 4 turrets on 2 levels, and blah! There is a little area here where you can hide. There are certain areas on each level where you can sort of stick in here and be hidden from the enemy. That being one of them. Gotcha. Come on. Die. Okay. Oops. Now there's also a springboard right here. So if you press down, you hop up, and you can collect those orbs, these little medicine orbs, which will restore health. There's another hidden area right here where you can sort of hide. If you're playing as a Gnaw, who uses the weedlings to attack, this is a good place to camp a bunch of weedlings because they'll shoot up here at the bots. So it makes them harder to progress forward towards your turret, and it will also collect the creeps, which sort of respawn here in the center, and will give him a bit of a health benefit. Now, as I said, the solar boss is right over here. He is a hazard, and he will respawn on either side of this area, as you can see. He's not actually over here if... Oh, no, here he is. There is a health bonus behind him, and he will spew out that green crap. Oh, no, damn it. Oh, well. He'll spew out that green crap, and it can cause some serious damage. If you're going to take him out, I highly recommend having multiple characters to help you out, because there is actually an achievement for killing the solar boss during a match. I think killing like 10 or 100, I don't know. I don't get numbers, but essentially you can kill him. It does take a lot of effort, and he can recover health fairly quickly. But the benefits might outweigh the risk. So who knows? It's up to you. I don't even have that achievement myself. Boom. So I can't really say. And that's really all there is to say about that. I mean, there's minor things. All the levels will have these little platforms. You can either, go through them or press down to go through them. These glass ones actually can work really well with Gnaw again, because he has a specific ability which causes the acid goop that he spews to drip down through here and damage people below. So kind of a neat little strategy when you're using him. Yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to say about this. Except for right here. Now, you'll see this on all of the levels. These little red lasers essentially block off the underside here. So let's say you're hiding here in this little safe area between these two turrets. If this turret is still up, the other team cannot pass through here, so they'll just sort of bump their head. Now, one thing to be aware of in all of these levels, there are certain abilities, such as Spike's, Vinny and Spike's Spike Dive, or Coco's Lightning Ball, or Penny's Energy Kick. They can actually pass through here and cause damage to people behind it, or it can pass through the underside of these to cause damage if they've got a large enough burst on them. Also, Ayla's Rage is another example. So don't think that you're invincible if you're on a level where they can't get. If a person is competent enough with their character, they're gonna find ways to kill you. So just be careful, guys. It's a fun game, but there is a lot to take in, and it can be a little bit intimidating if you don't quite know how the level works. So I think that's actually it for Ribbit 4. So before these guys pass through, I think we're going to end it here, and I will pick up with the next level in the next tutorial. So until then, guys, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I will leave a link to the Awesomenauts website in the description. And until then, next time, well, cheers all.